Hi everyone, my name is Melissa Romero.
My name is Alexis Noga.
So for our gender project, we observed a 5-year-old girl at the Seasons Lab School. She was interacting with the little boy, and the little boy was playing with the Barbie and building a castle. The little girl told the boy that those were girl toys, and that's what caused us to kind of sit down, and we didn't expect it to happen right away.
Yeah.
It opened our eyes to see, and we actually sat down and talked to this little girl, so it was really cool. Some causes we noticed was lack of education. In school, students are often taught gender norms and don't push students to be unique. So in instance, the little girl has always been taught to play with girl toys, or what are considered girl toys. So and maybe the little boy was brought up in a different way where they were allowed to play with any toy they wanted. So there was a lack of representation too. Fathers don't usually dress up in costumes such as fairies or princesses, and we need that representation in households so there won't be feelings of shame or guilt for the child. Another example of lack of representation is in stories. Males are usually the saviors of the woman, and women are the ones who need to be saved.
Right.
And that is something that affects the child's views of gender, even if we don't think it does. Girls are often like, I'm the princess, and the Prince Charming should come and save me. So that's something that we noticed. We spoke with the mother of the little girl after our whole intervention.
We also got permission to talk with the mother as well, because we know that that's kind of like a very sensitive topic, and we didn't want to cause any problems with the teacher or anything like that. So
and the mother was young, so I think it kind of like helped us interact with them. So the mother said she didn't realize that she did follow stereotypes herself. She's like, I don't realize that I'm the one that does most of the cleaning in the house, and my husband just comes from work and has the money. She's like, I work too, but maybe my child doesn't notice that.
Yeah.
Because
it could have been how she was raised as well.
Right.
And she didn't notice, like, maybe she was raising her daughter like the same way she was raised, where there was like a lot of activity that had to do with, playing with dolls and dressing up and like not going out, maybe going to a soccer game, things like that. So talking to the mother, it was just really interesting to see that we were actually opening her eyes to the fact that her daughter was just seeing this little boy doing something that maybe didn't really like
click on her head.
Click in her head.
We also noticed that the little girl kind of assumed that boys don't cry or that men don't cry, and so
they're always supposed to be strong.
Yeah, and so that's something that really opened our eyes too, because we're
like no.
Yeah, so child interactions alter the way they look at themselves. So sometimes they are not their true selves. Like maybe this little boy, after this interaction that happened with the little girl, wouldn't go back and play with the Barbie. So we try to change the little girl's perspective.
Right, so that she wouldn't do this again to another little boy and kind of alter their behavior in the playground and change who they want to be. So this was really important for us to take action with this little girl and say, hey, like, in a very gentle manner, kind of open her eyes as well and say, you can also, do things that boys do. It's not like that you're closed off to that either.
Yeah.
So our intervention, like we said, we talked with the little girl and we asked her a question like saying, why do you think boys can't play with Barbies? And do you think that it's bad for girls to play with cars instead of dolls? Like kind of just trying to get her mind thinking. And she answered saying that, boys can't play with Barbies because girls in movies are always the princesses. They're always the ones that are very innocent and need to be saved. And there's just no boy princesses. They can't dress up in like a female lead.
And it was very shocking to see that this was a 5-year-old girl.
Yeah,
too.
we're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. But I think that when we were younger, we probably thought the same thing. And now that we're grown and we're seeing all this like these new things coming out with like females being in lead roles, like it's like we want to share that with girls that are growing up so they don't think the way that we did. But
so after that we kind of got the class together. We asked the lead teacher if we can kind of talk to the class a little bit, and we read a story, and one of the stories was Jacob's new dress. And this story is about,
really popular.
It was basically about a little boy who wears a dress to school, and the classmates look at him weird, and we were just our focus was on the little girl's facial expressions. We were just kind of wanting to see what was going on, what was her emotions right off the bat.
Right.
At first she was kind of confused and curious. She was looking at the pictures of the book, and the little boy was just kind of smiling because I guess it kind of felt like, oh, maybe that could be me. Right. And then she was excited and surprised. So she asked us like, he can wear this to school, and we're like, yeah, there's
Yeah,
nothing
you
wrong.
can. There's nothing wrong. And she was just like smiling. She was like, you know, the fact that she wasn't upset that we were like teaching her these things, like she really wanted to learn and like see that, you know, the way that she goes about talking to the boys who are wanting to play dress up, you know, like we realized that she wasn't like grown to like learn this kind of stuff. So like she was just really excited to like maybe the next time she sees this boy, she'll play with him, she'll actually interact with him. So that was our goal for this intervention.
And we also showed like other books and other like female athletes like baseball players or boxers or any other one, which was really cool because they were really surprised. Well, she was really surprised, and we felt like she kind of got inspired, and she was like, oh my God, I want to do that too. So it was really cool to see. So we did. It
actually kind of made her day. Yeah, you're like, what?
We did expose the child to a little more like openness of gender. So that was really cool to see. Something that maybe it wasn't truly effective. Maybe we were just effective at that specific moment, and it was in the long term. But we kind of saw that she was like, okay, like I want to play with the race car.
Now I'm ready to actually dive into this and do things that I never thought I could do before. And let's see, where are we?
Yeah, and so basically, like, we just wanted to children to fight against gender norms and kind of see that it's okay to be yourself, whichever thing you want to be.
Right.
If it's dressing up like a girl, dressing up, or what's considered a girl. And at the end we did something fun. We just showed them films, and which was really cool because when we were thinking about this, we didn't even realize like Mulan is such a great story. Like she's a warrior, and this was all for males and be a man, and so it was really cool for them to notice that there was a female.
And it's cool because at the beginning it was the men in the movie they were so against women taking charge, and then you can see through the movie it develops where they start to think, oh, maybe this is okay, like what Mulan did was okay, because she won the war, like she saved so many people, and she needed to take action for her to be able to be seen.
And also we kind of showed little clips of Brave, where the princess Merida, she's like a warrior too, and so it was really cool to kind of see that and see the interactions. And the little girl left like super happy and was talking to their mom about what they did, and so the mom kind of was like, thank you for showing this, because
and the teacher was really happy too, because we actually like helped her think about ideas to what to input in her classroom to really expose these children to something different.
And the mother did mention like maybe there should be some program or something where parents learn about this, and older parents, because us young, like she was saying, us young parents, we are kind of open more, but sometimes we don't realize what we're doing. So that was our interaction with the little girl. It was really cool to see.
And something that we could work on, I think, if we wanted to add to this project, would be to maybe have more of a discussion after the movies are over. Because, you know, these kids are watching these movies, or like all these thoughts are going in their head, but they need to somehow like vent about what they felt during the movie, and even putting on a skit and the boys playing female leads or like the girls playing male leads. Like we should have done that so that we could really emphasize our point. And so next time if we were to do this, then we could do that.
But we had so much fun, and we enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun.
Right.
So that was our project.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.